Are you walking in full peace today? Is peace something that marks the pages of your life more than depression, anxiety, and fear? Are you walking in the freedom of God's peace? Is peace leading you by still waters? Is this something that you even understand? Are you in the midst of a season of fiery trials? Are you experiencing tragedy right now? Is your life washing up on the shores of the fear of man, of dignity? And listen, don't hear me wrong. Some of these things are healthy to an extent, but we have to make sure we have the right heart posture behind it. And that's what we're going to be looking at this week. We're looking at the heart posture of freedom, the heart posture of transformation, and what this looks like to walk in true victory in Jesus. And so without further ado, if you're ready, I'm ready. Welcome back to Love Note. So grateful to be here and be a piece of your Jesus journey and story. If you do have time to say that in a video, please hang out with us for a few minutes. We try to really focus on these videos only being 5 to 6 minutes long. You know, we all have the busy lives, the to-dos, and I want you to understand that we've got love and mercy for you. We're grateful to be walking with you. We don't expect you to be those that are sitting down and just listening for 2 hours straight. Now, we're going to have the sermons on throughout the weeks as well, where you're going to get more of those lengthy teachings and impartations. But for the most part, at Love Note, we're trying to do these shorter, 5 to 10 minute little spurts, little impartations of God's freedom into our life. And what we do is we're taking a root text and we're walking through it through multiple videos. So you're going to get that same impartation, but you're going to get it at a deeper level because you're taking time. Somebody put that in the chat. We're taking time to really go in slow motion and make sure we see every angle of these passages God's giving us as a community to walk through. So we're so grateful to have you here. The biggest thing that we want you to know is that you will never be more loved by God than you are right now. Let that sink in for a second. You will never be more loved by God than you are right now. And this is a beautiful truth. And why can I say something like this? Because the religious toes, I just smashed them all to pieces. Because God's love is unconditional. Now, does this mean that it's a license to just sin and do whatever you want? Absolutely not. Paul to that would say, nay. What it is it's a freedom for you to actually pursue holiness and pursue righteousness and pursue peace. We're pursuing it from a different angle. It changes the perspective. We're pursuing it because we're loved, not to be loved. Religion has us doing things to be loved and to be accepted. Relationship, by the finished work and victory of Calvary's cross, is us doing things because we're accepted and because we're loved. And so we are talking today about pursuing peace. In verse 14, Hebrews chapter 12, right on the tailcoats of the hall of faith, Hebrews 11. And we're right here. And 12 is just such a good instructional chapter. It's got so many good traits and principles of freedom and transformation and victory. And what it's going to do is it's going to really help us build this character of Christ in our life. And the beauty of character in our life, godly character, is that God promotes character, not talents and personalities. He doesn't care about the talent and the personality that you carry. He gave that to you. You can't even take credit for it. This is good truth. What he promotes and what he releases favor on the back of is godly character. Because the ways that I carry and walk in godly character is the ways that I carry and reflect the nature of Jesus Christ in my life. The way I move by the ebb and flow of the Spirit, and I'm invested in pleasing the Father in heaven by walking daily in the cool of the day. Once again, just like the first garden, through the garden of intimacy that's been opened through the veil of the beloved side. This is what God promotes. Us being worn like a glove, amen, so that he can put his hand forth and heal the withered hands of those that we will come across in our daily life and journey. And so we're talking about pursuing peace today, pursuing peace. And what I want us to get first out of this is that peace is not an objective black and white conversation, though the world would try to make it that. Peace is something that is very much subjective. It's subjective to all the variables that are in the situation. It's subjective to the amount of ego that's present or not present in the people, places, and things that are present in the situation. It's subjective to the moods, the tones, the arrogance, the humility, all those yin and yang, so to speak. Don't get religious on me. It's subjective to that. So in other words, peace is in the eye of the beholder, just like the world says beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So is peace. We have to ask ourselves this question, Because Paul, he went through absolute tribulation daily. I mean, really, he had some mountaintop experiences here and there. Don't get me wrong. He definitely was caught up. But there was a very common thread of valley seasons in his life, of him being tortured, tormented, beaten. You want to talk about adversity. This guy had the lot and monopoly on adversity. But then he also gave us really great, beautiful biblical truths like, I've learned to have much and to have little, and in all things to be content. Contentment is the expression of peace in our life. So we're going to be talking about the heart posture of peace and really opening this thing up and looking at how this is going to apply to our daily lives and journeys. And so the first question is, do you want to be right or do you want to have peace? Until next time, ponder on that. Y'all be blessed.